Hi.
We're live. So,
Yes, we are live.
live from Casa Blahorn.
Why are you calling it that?
Oh, casa means house in Spanish. We're learning something new every day. I know. Okay, so I'm going to flip this around because we're going to start with the pledge. Because Cruz, I know, again.
Wow.
I know, keeping that routine. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the Serenity Prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And as you can see here, we've got our stuff for our button project today. Ooh, he's going to play Vanna. I know the average button is not this big. Oh, Denver Bronco colors? Yeah. The average button, wow, my depth perception was way off there looking through the screen. Okay, so the average button is not this big, but I figured it would kind of help so you could see it better. And, I mean...
These are average buttons.
Average Joe Blow buttons. So how many of you all have a grandma or an aunt or an uncle or somebody who had their margarine jar or their jar full of leftover buttons? I'm going to tell you where those came from. So this is my Boy Scout shirt over here. That's right. I was a Boy Scout. And, of course, occasionally shirts wear out, but sometimes shirts also have these buttons sewn down here. And some people are like, oh my goodness, why would you put buttons down there? Because there are no buttonholes on the other side. That was him. I know. No buttonholes on the other side. But those are spare buttons. So if for one reason or another you lose one of the original buttons, yeah, because that bright orange one, that one surely would not work with my Scout shirt. So it's kind of hard to find matching buttons. So they put some extras on those shirts for people to use in that case sometimes. Why not that one? That might be a little blingy for the Boy Scouts, don't you think? No. Okay, so we don't need the shirt anymore. I showed you where that was. Now, how many times have you lost a button on a shirt or ruined a shirt? So you just ruined a shirt recently. What happened? Tell them what happened. No comment. He ruined a shirt. So I took all the buttons off and I stuck them in here so I can use them later. So here's what you're going to need.
Oh, I see them.
We got umpteen different kinds of buttons that come in.
My button.
That was, I know, that was your button. Okay. And then you can get them all sorts of different shapes and sizes for lots of different things. Now I'm going to use a bigger needle today because
the bigger the better.
Well, yeah, sometimes.
The
but
the better.
We got a big button, and so I'm going to use a big needle. If you've got a little button, like Cruz just showed you, a big needle won't fit through it. So I'm going to use a bigger, see? There we go. Won't fit through the holes. But today, just so to help you see it, we're going to use a bigger needle. And you're going to need we're going to use some bigger thread today. Normally, the thread that you would use would be something similar to this. You can find it at Joann's or Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Walmart. But let's get started. Yeah, if you hear that in the background, this is live at the Blahorn Hacienda, and so somebody else is on the phone.
And it's called our dad.
And if for one reason or another you don't have a button that's quite off yet, we got these here. Let's let that focus. It's not focusing. Okay, that's a seam ripper, but it also works to take off a button. So don't worry if you screw up and it's crooked. You can take it off. So Cruise Man, I'm going to let you hold that right there while I get my... Oh, you're even going to sit down for this?
Yeah, because
he's getting real cozy. He thinks this is going to be a long process. It's not, I promise.
There are 8 people watching.
Did anyone say hi to you yet?
No.
How's the weather where you're at? It's so cloudy today. It was hard for me to wake up. So I'm just going to use about this much string. Come over here closer so that they can see. Yeah, I'm sure. Whoa.
Chair.
Chair. I know. He's gonna. Whoa. Oh, he's bringing his chair with him. All right. Sometimes it's
9
really
people
hard
watching.
Oh, holy smokes. So sometimes it's hard.
11.
Oh, Cruz.
10. 10.
We don't need live updates.
Okay. Ow.
Okay. So.
You poked me.
Did I?
Yes.
Okay. Safety note. This has a pointy end. Okay. So, we're going to put this through the eye of the needle. That little thing there. Oh, he's coming at me with the seam ripper now. It's got a cap. And sometimes if it's being stubborn, I know.
Just like me.
Don't show anybody I did this because, we don't want to spread the virus because, we're not supposed to lick things. But I promise I washed my hands. Did you see how I put it through the needle?
Nope.
Through the needle's eye?
Take 2.
Take 2. Okay. All right. Here we go. Whoa, don't get too close. It may not focus. Ooh, I got the shaky hand going on there. Oh, yeah. Pulled it through the eye of the needle. All right, next step. You got to put a knot in one end so it doesn't come through the fabric. So what we're going to do, I don't know if you probably want to zoom. There you go. Okay. I hold it with my thumb and my finger. I wrap it around my finger, and I take this little loose end, and I push it through. Ta-da! See the little tiny knot?
Wow!
I know, right? The narration is just amazing. Okay, I'm going to do that twice. So it doesn't... So it overlaps, so it makes a bigger knot. Okay. See there?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we got a tail end, and we've got a knot end. We're going to make sure the knot end's a little bit longer. And we're going to shove the needles, and I'm going to double layer this just so that it works a little bit better today.
Okay.
Because a little bit thicker fabric makes it a little more stiff, right? And I just poked it through. Now, if you were sewing on a shirt, where did I put my Boy Scout shirt?
Right there.
Okay. A lot of times it leaves kind of a little hole where the button was, so you know exactly where to put that. Otherwise, you might have to layer over the buttonhole side so you know exactly where that is, or measure. Measuring works. All right, so I just poked it through here, and buttons do. Oh, we got an action shot there. I know. So we got this button, and most buttons have two sets of holes. Well,
sometimes they'll have 4.
2 or 4 sets of holes. I said that backwards, didn't I? I know.
That has 4.
That one has 4.
That one has 2.
And sometimes you'll have to check out the shirt. Sometimes
that one has 2.
This has 2.
Wait, no.
Yep.
It has 2.
This only has 2 holes. The principle's the same, but
1, 2.
Right. Oh man, he can count to 2.
Yeah, 4 eyes.
I have 4 eyes. Okay. So anyway, you want to look at the buttons on the shirt because it can look like a minus sign, it can look like a plus sign, or it can look like an equal sign. So make sure that you sew on the new button exactly the same way that the other buttons are on the shirt. Cruzy, they don't need any close-ups of me, I promise. Okay, bring it on into the button. Today we're going to do the plus sign. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so
I
just laced the button, so now I'm holding on to one side here, and I'm going to poke down.
Stop moving.
Well,
Never
don't
mind.
zoom in. Come here closer. Don't zoom in because it makes it grainy. All right, this is we're getting Facebook Live good at this, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I just poked into the other side because I'm going to make a plus sign right now. There we go.
What's 2 plus 2?
That's 2 plus 2.
Yeah. No, what is 2 plus 2?
And I'm just going to go up and down in the same hole. On a smaller button, sometimes it's a little bit harder to find the same hole. Whoops, see? I tried to poke up in the wrong hole. See? I know. Woo! It's okay if that happens. Don't worry.
You're a professional.
I know. In and out, in and out. And usually I go 3 or 4 times. And again, this is
what if it breaks?
Thicker. Well, if it breaks, then you start all over again. Don't zoom in. Okay, here we go. And then I did 3 times there. When it sometimes shake the buttons so that it makes it even out. Sometimes those threads like to get. Now I'm going to go the other way. So
wow.
I know. Wow. So if it was an equal sign that you were trying to make,
Now it's a plus sign.
yeah, if it was an equal sign you were trying to make and matching other stitching on the buttons, you would simply just go through the 2 outside holes on the left and then do the 2 outside holes on the right. Okay, look. It's attached. Here's the tricky part. Flip it over, okay?
Where'd it go?
Where'd
I
it go?
see it.
Yeah. Okay, so flip it over.
Are
Here's
you trying to kill the flower?
No.
Okay.
The flower's fine. We love flowers. Okay, so here's what you do to knot it. Are you ready for this? I showed you the knot at the beginning. This is different. So since you're all attached here, you can't make a knot up here, you know, because you're not going to get it close enough to the fabric, and then your button's going to get loose, and then you're going to be in the same boat you were before. So we're going to wrap it around the needle. Ready? 1. Did you see how I wrapped it around there?
Yes.
Hold on to that with your thumb and pull it through. Boom. Oop, I caught the tail of the other one. That's no big deal. All right. So that means you can't really see the knot, though, since I caught the tail of the other one. But you can't do it just once. You got to do it twice. Slide it under the same thread. There's a loop. Find any one of the loops down there that you just made sewing on the button. Wrap it around the needle. And then pull the needle through. So essentially you did the exact same thing, but the way you do it has to be done a little bit differently. You see the knots down there? And then if it's a 2-layer garment, I hide my thread by going in between the layers. Did you see how I just hid my tail? Okay. Here's a tip. Did you see what I did there? That's like a safety mechanism.
Yeah, killing the flowers.
No, that means I don't kill my foot later, because if you drop the needle on the floor, it's super hard to find. And then you usually find it with your foot later. Ask my sisters how many times that happened. It happened a lot. Okay, so here's what we're doing. Real close without cutting the fabric, real close, we're going to trim it. That's how I hide that tail on a garment. And I realize this is kind of chunky looking if you're using regular kinds of fabric, or regular kinds of thread, excuse me. It won't look that bulky. But just so that I could show you better, we used the bigger fabric so you could see better. Or bigger, goodness gracious, I can't even speak this morning. Bigger thread. All right, now just pull out the needle and right away put it back in the card. But do you see that there?
Yeah.
Why am I so shaky this morning? Okay. And then, yep, like I said, go ahead and put your needle back in the card that it came from right away. Or if you have a pin cushion, put it back right away so you don't lose that.
Then return it back to the store.
Okay. Song time.
No.
Yes. Okay, bring it on over, Cruz.
Yeah, but I'm not singing.
Yeah, you are. Okay, but they don't want to see the floor.
Yes, they do.
No.
That is some good wood.
Okay. He thinks he's a comedian. All right. So you got Home on the Range.
Which we are not.
And right there, remember today, I told you that we were going to do verse 2.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Okay. So one more time, we're going to review the first verse on the melody.
And I'm not singing.
You have a beautiful voice.
No,
They'd be sad if you didn't share it.
Uh,
Alexa says hi from Minnesota. Okay.
Hi from gloomy Minnesota.
Oh, gloomy. Oh, it does say gloomy. I just read it
Get
so
it
fast.
right.
I know. It's gloomy here too. It's so rainy. Okay. So, here we go. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer in the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Look, you have a bouncing ball, but it's Cruz's finger. Home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. All right, here it comes for real.
I think it's gonna be cloudy all day for us.
I know. Okay. Now hold it steady. Hold it steady. Nope, it's not steady. There we go. They want to see there. Okay. Sing with me, Cruzy Pie. Let us hear your beautiful voice. Ready? 1. Oh, give me a home with a buffalo roam, with a deer and the antelope play, where seldom is hand and the scourge's blood, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Oh, on the ridge, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is hand and the surging blood, and the skies are not cloudy all day. All right, and here's for that new verse 2. Get close, get close. Yep, there it is. Same melody, different words. Oh, give me a land with a bright diamond sand, flight from the glittering streams, where the golden dawn, the graceful ice lawn, and the land in heavenly dreams.
Refrain.
Where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard the distant
Where are we at?
and the skies are not cloudy all day.
Yeah,
You lost your spot. You couldn't track with your finger.
because I was like too busy.
Oh, you had too much going on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's all right. So, like I said, my goal is to get you all able to sing this song from somebody who can't go out right now. So, he's nodding his head. Your goal today is to call somebody who can't get out. Somebody
Prank
who's
call.
should no prank calls. No,
Dang
no,
it.
no. Dang it. No prank calls. Call somebody who can't get out to today, who you think you need, like, who could just use a little bit of cheering up in their life. So, who are you going to call, Cruz? No pressure.
Ghostbusters.
I'm going to have him call his grandma. I know you know somebody, maybe a neighbor that can't get out, but we can all still be here together for each other. So your challenge today is call somebody. Tomorrow, we're going to, I think we're going to do a washcloth craft project.
Oh, and then you're gonna make a bunny.
We're going to make a bunny.
Good
So
decoration.
it is for Easter. Easter's coming up. So anyway,
I made that before.
you did make that before, so you're going to be an awesome helper for that. We're going to
But I
make it craft
forgot.
bunny. So I'm going to teach you all that. So what you need is a washcloth, a rubber band, and a ribbon.
No, you also need like those.
We're going
Polka
to talk
dot
about
things.
we can use like the little tiny
Or you can
pom-poms,
use buttons.
or you could use a button, or
Right.
you could even use, if you don't have those things in your house, you could use a little tiny piece of craft paper.
This could be your button.
Beth has enough of those. No, that's probably too big. Because we're gonna need eyes. So if you have googly eyes, we'll use those too.
This could
But
be
I'll teach you how to do it if you don't have those. Okay, so adios from Hacienda Blahorn. See you
You said
tomorrow.
it wrong.
I did?
Yeah, you went like hacienda.
From the casa or from the house, the Blahorn house,
Hacienda.
or yeah, well, Hacienda's house. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hacienda's house, right?
I don't know. I'm not good at
Hacienda's
Spanish.
house and casa, right? Yeah. We'll get it figured out by tomorrow. See you later.
Wait.
Oh, wait, what?
If it's your birthday, you don't have to do any of those challenges.
It's not his birthday. See you later.
June 8th.